Alrighty, hello everybody, and then good morning, good afternoon, even good evening, depending on where you are. And thanks for joining again in IBM Dev Day in the Bob edition. So my name is Daniel O. I'm a developer advocate at IBM. Also, I'm Java champion. To spend a lot of time for multiple decades. Spend bring more Java workload into cloud. Specifically, this day I spend a lot of time into like agentic AI kind of stuff as well. So hopefully you got some great inspiration from the keynote today, which allowed you start your new agentic AI adoption journey with specifically IBM Bob. So I'm going to try to talk a little bit about how do you accelerate AI, specifically agentic AI application development with the enterprise Java stack, because we already have many Java developer and Java enterprise system around the world, including IBM customer and even general Fortune 500 customer as well. So we don't let our Java people just go around another program language such as Python, because Java is still relevant and then make it better experience with agentic AI adoption and development as well. So in order to start your agentic AI or even Gen AI adoption journey, and many enterprise company got a lot of challenges. They get started with a very simple, like a chatbot from OpenAI or Google Gemini, which is some fundamental experience, which is probably good. But when they actually deploy AI application into production, and then they got a lot of challenges. For example, you can use today like a general AI code assistant tool, like a Cloud Cursor or among others, from individual developer. And then they just generate code in a couple of seconds, and then just make a pull request and then just push and commit. So that really happened. And what happened in reality in the production, specifically platform engineer and DevOps engineer standpoint, they cannot actually address there are a bunch of the auto-generate pull requests without any expert review at a time. But also there are many enterprise capability they don't have in the AI generate application code. So let's take a look at that. What kind of AI enterprise AI challenge we face today in terms of the multi-persona. So for example, Java developer, so you try to find out relevant AI model. So because when you go to Hugging Face today, how many models you can actually choose? So it's more than 2.8 million models. It's gonna be like a 3 million model in the next couple of months, which means it's really hard to make a right choice and make a right pickup your relevant model for your business application. And also, you probably some of the challenging how to run your model locally and how do you develop new AI application based on their new AI model. So there are many kinds of challenges for Java developer and with using traditional or classical Java framework. What about the DevOps engineer standpoint? They actually try to automate it, so CI/CD, or they want data operation, but they don't even know how to actually manage it, like a prompt engineering, and then how to expose the LLM model on top of their AI new platform using REST API, or you could say inference API as well. So you can start with one model, one tool at the very beginning, your AI adoption journey. But a couple of months later, you probably have maybe hundreds different model, hundreds different tool, and which means you maybe like a 10,000 different API to expose for end user, your developer team, but also some of the like a customer application as well. So there are many integration problems for DevOps engineer, not only integration, but also automating testing and deploying into production. What about the platform engineer? So platform engineer now they're gonna extend their responsibility and skill set to manage the AI some workload on top of the production, which is not only AI model but also like some relevant resources. And also more important thing is how to govern that AI model and AI application as a part of platform engineering. So security, performance, and reliability, and there are many kind of non-functional capability platform engineer, maybe they are AI platform engineer, they have to address today. And this is not generally generated by AI code assistant tool. So this is going to be a huge problem. If you don't consider this design matter or like a production ready capability at the very start when you start your AI adoption project, this is going to be huge technical debt in a couple of months later, maybe 1 year later. So how to solve that problem? So today we have a very interesting recommendation, like architecture and the solution stack, whatever you call that. So I'm gonna more like emphasize on developer, specifically Java developer standpoint. So Quarkus, it was born like 7.5 years ago, and it really designed for more cloud scalability, performance, and more interesting part of the primary goals of Quarkus is to develop experience, not only cloud native microservices, but also serverless reactive application, but also mostly importantly, like an AI, agentic AI application development as well. And then Java also needed to use some of the like independent library, just like a Python ecosystem, how to communicate with the AI model and add more AI capability, like such as memory management and prompt engineering and security and among others. That is a LangChain4j. It's inspired from LangChain project from Python ecosystem, but which is not just copy and paste. It's more like just inspired the functionality and capability. And the Java people actually invented that original functions feature in this open source project. And Quarkus integrate this LangChain4j as like a more developer friendly and using like a declarative API, which is most like annotation on your Java class and method level with some CDI injection. It's a really quick and easy for Java developer to implement AI application. I'm going to show that thing in a live demo in a couple of minutes. And then our last thing is IBM Bob. So you probably saw this from the demo in the keynote by Max. So the IBM Bob is not like some other general like an AI code assistant tool. It's more like give you some pro coding capability, but also more like a secure software delivery life cycle functionality and feature. Because why you need to generate new source code using like this IBM Bob or some other tools? Because you want to realize your new business requirement and services with your own program language stack and deploy to production, it will make some money or revenue or provide a more fantastic feature to end users. And then with that, you want to make some, not just functionality, but also security, performance, and among others, just like enterprise-ready application. And also AI can fail anytime, that's natural. So you don't want to give us 100% authority to AI tool to make a call autonomously. That's why you put on like a human in the loop capability in your AI code assistant tool as well. So we're gonna put it together, all kinds of stuff, and then make it better and then fantastic experience for developer, the Java developer, how to create a new agentic AI application. So just a couple of things just to keep in mind that the Java is still relevant, because some people said, oh, Java is too old, because I got a lot of chance to conversate with like a college, so like a CS major, some of the stuff. And then whenever they ask me, hey, Daniel, what kind of program language I need to learn more about to secure a new job after graduation, and I would say Java, because I'm a long-time Java guy. And then they say, oh, that's too old. But that's not true. And then what do you think about on your mind? And they probably said Python, but Python is older than Java for sure. And then Java actually had a great job for the last 30 years to stand up a lot of enterprise business services. So business services are basically, regardless of your business domain, like a manufacturer, finance, or public sector, it's a super complex. And that's why Java really good job, not only implementation, business capability, but also performance, security, and more flexible and reliability and scalability as well. As you can see, Java was starting from like a PC application and then evolving to web application, mobile, and AI. Now agent AI application is keep evolving, and they keep trying to adopt and satisfy with the like a new technology stack for the last 30 years. Why specifically agentic AI? Because the agentic AI is not standalone for sure. So the reason why people need to create a new agentic AI, they want to replace existing workflow or accelerate some of the business workflow in the existing system. So basically, most existing system in many enterprise companies around the world based on Java stack. And Java already gives some great proof evidence how to make a broad ecosystem and make a performance and scale not only like a physical server, more like a cloud native Microsoft application on Kubernetes based on container technology. It's a gradually scale in and out for serverless or even using like a native compilation, which make Java super fast and a small memory footprint, just like a Golang or JavaScript and so on. And the most important thing is your agentic AI application probably communicate with your existing legacy system so far. And then Java already understand how to communicate with your legacy system. And if you build your new agentic AI app based on Java, it's pretty much easier to connect to existing enterprise application for a Java developer standpoint. So that is the Java still great program language to build new agentic AI stuff. LangChain4j, a little bit detail around that. So basically, LangChain4j is already implement some agentic AI or Gen AI capability, like how to create the RAG, like embedding, like a vector store, and how to upload, retrieve, and then make an index some of your document file, PDF, text file, or some of the MS doc file, and then also function calling to access your external resources such as your database, your local file, or your one of the legacy system. So this LangChain4j is some kind of Java library with your Java framework and allow you to implement more AI application capability. And the Quarkus actually bring into this LangChain4j Quarkus like extension, which allow Java developer make it easier and quicker using LangChain4j capability. For example, if you go to pure LangChain4j, you probably add like a 2 dependency library and the Quarkus LangChain, just 1 dependency library, and then like a couple annotation and a couple codes on the meta level, and then you're going to actually just less code and less configuration in the Quarkus project. It's make it accelerate your developer productivity in the end. So Quarkus, maybe you never heard about that before, but that's not a problem because I know a lot of people still using like a Spring Boot or even traditional Java application. So as you mentioned earlier, Quarkus was born like 7.5 years ago. At the time, this Quarkus actually designed for more cloud-native architecture. For example, like a Kubernetes and container technology and serverless and reactive application and like a native AI. And then so whenever you design and develop new like a Java application, you eventually and inevitably deploy to cloud, like running on Kubernetes. Today, maybe your application just less than 10 containers, but tomorrow probably scale out like a 10,000 based on your agentic AI workload or serverless or event-driven application workloads. So Quarkus actually designed all kinds of new edgy technology so far, which means it allows you to build new technology and new services on top of the new cloud and AI and among others. And the most important thing of the Quarkus is to give us some great developer experience like live coding, dev UI, and among others. I'm going to show you that real quick in a live demo how that looks like and what that looks like and how it works. And the last thing is IBM Bob. I'm not going to explain everything because you already heard about it a lot from like a social media and also newsletter and even keynote. So IBM Bob is just beyond the pro coding, as mentioned earlier. It's not only like integrate with the VS Code, like a IDE, but also like a Bob Shell, like a CLI as well. And also it gives some like opinionated like a modernization path for Java infrastructure and even mainframe. And most important thing is it's gonna give us keep asking you to review by human being and then make things everything's okay, but also secure the application, not only generate like some code, but also review and testing and among others. So make it more secure your application in production workload at the end. So let's get into the demo and take a look at how it works. I'm going to start my slide here. And then, so here's my demo application pro. So it's some kind of fake insurance company. So this is an ongoing project. So this is a new AI, agentic AI project, make it better experience for this parallel insurance company. So that company, as you can see here, there's only one menu. Claim menu is just implemented today, but not 100%. So you are now like a senior Java developer or the junior Java developer doing this new project to build a new agentic system in this insurance company. And then some people actually already like create some menu. Okay, here's our some insurance claim. As you can see, my vehicle is all totally wrecked out. And then there are some summary, day time, location, event, and summarize the kind of stuff. So if I ask, just tell me who is at fault in this claim. So if I just ask that and then go to my IBM Bob, I just running on Quarkus IDE, Quarkus demo, and as you can see, it's a literally call like a function call and then call to AI model using some RAG. Because when I go to my application project, there are a bunch of the application, the RAG capability based on rank project kind of implement. I'm going to go through real quick, but just go back to my application, and you can see that based on the summary and attention policy report, the vehicle tenor appears to be at the fault because he failed to stop the red signal in the Azusa Avenue and stop Morris vehicle. So this is actually response by AI. So now I got a new mission because I just confirmed my application works. So my new mission on this new project as Java developer, okay, so whenever this claim changes status after adjuster investigate some of the stuff, okay, as an adjuster, okay, insurance adjuster, okay, I'm gonna make approve this claim and then or deny based on like some record of some document, something like that. And whenever the status update based on claim, and the backend side, the customer service team like make some business professional polite email and then notify the customer, hey, we just upload your claim or we just deny claim, the reason why XYZ, something like that. But if we could let agentic AI application automatically detecting that claim status and generate some email autonomously sending to the customer, that'll be awesome. And then we just get rid of some burden of the customer service team and then make their work more efficient and increase the productivity as well. But problems here, I just joined the company, but they already set up Java stack with the Quarkus. But I have a not good experience with Quarkus, like a syntax, library, and so on. But I'm really good at Java experience for the last 10 years. And then, so how do I start? And I don't want to go to Quarkus documentation and read read a blog post and watch some video. I don't want to take some time to catch up the new technology. Instead of, here is IBM bar, you can actually ask, so what you really want to do. For example, here, let's try to like create like a new Java send email services, something like that, using Quarkus mailer, and then that services accept the email record, some of the like a from to you and the body context and then subject, something like that. And then you're gonna return API like an email successfully sent, just like that. It's a pretty simple, like your plain text to final goal. And then when I enter and ask Bob, and then Bob actually asked me back to me, hey, I need to read this file rather than autonomously decide everything, because you got some like a security issue from like a lot of local agent application, for example, OpenCloud, something like that. So really good. You don't want to give 100% permission to your local agent, something like that. And then in the meantime, Bob just created some by Java method. And when I quickly looking at here, there are some attribute to set up, email to from subject, which I do exactly what I asked. And then how to generate email content and sending email, and then return the email successfully sent, which exactly I asked on my prompt. And when I save the file, and then that actually put into my project directly. But my Quarkus is actually running all the time. I don't need to restart my Quarkus local and then recompile, restart. It automatically auto wire into my Quarkus. And so in the meantime, so you can actually see that here's my AI services, like with one annotation, REST AI services, and the specifically model. And then there are some system message annotation. Just a few things. You don't see any complex Java syntax here. You can just see that, oh, this is how I define my AI model behave or scope. So you all have to respect all this system like a Paros insurance company. That's it. And I gotta pass down whatever I prompt, and the finger in keyboard is auto wire into AI model, like a user message annotation. And then I can put under some function calling and MCP tool and so on. And then when I go to application property, it's pretty much simple. You just see that. So I'm going to using OpenAI model today here, but you can actually use any kind of model like a Google Gemini or even local model running on Orama. And I also using RAG because it is a partial company. They actually needed to use internal, like a more business specific domain document. So that's why you can see that under the like a claim, and you can also see here is a PDF file, specifically like a claim stuff. And here's your OpenAI configuration, like a key and value, something like that. You can actually use that like a JSON format or a YAML format, whatever you prefer. So when I go back to UI, and let me try to reload. And also Quarkus to give us some like a dev UI, just like here, visualize all Quarkus stuff, not only configuration, but also workspace. You can see really your source code and your endpoint and like a continual testing, dev services. And the more important thing is it WI integrate natively some of the other tools. For example, so when I created this email service, I don't want to sending email directly customer. It's not a production. This is my dev UI, dev environment. So I'm gonna have like my local mail server, which is automatically start as a container. So I don't see any email in my inbox yet. And also there are logging open telemetry stuff. You can see that. So if I go to dev service, it will literally starting container, like based on test container automatically, as long as you define relevant like a dependency or library on your Maven project or Gradle project and so on. So if I go to Grafana URL here, just to check it out, what happened by like an AI application. And when I go dashboard, you can go to like AI dashboard. You can really find out how much money I spent for communicate with the AI model, something like that. But also you can see that some of the open telemetry data on the AI and running on JVM, realization, among others. So if I go back to my front-end application and then go to chatbot, and then let's say, okay, updated the status to approve. So if I just ask you to change the approved edge adjuster, and then go back to IDE, which is a IBM bar, and then as you can see, the function calling automatically set the from email address, and then you can see that some of the client information as well, and then it keep communicating with the other AI with the AI model, and in the eventually call email services to generate new email, and then create send the email to my local mail server based on container. And then when I go back to here, it'll take some time. And okay, so you can see that I can communicate on my local and then OpenAI platform, the AI model. And then when I go to go until to end, and then go back here, now you can see that so claim is update approved. If I reload this application, and then you can see that the status change approved, which is like a function calling your database to change the status. And then go to like a mail server. Now you can see that new mail just arrived in my inbox. And Mr. Marty McFly, we are ready to inform you that your claim has been just approved here. It's not generated by like a customer service team. It's generated by agentic AI services, which is more like a polite professional stuff. But if I find some like some sensitive information here, you can put in like a guardrail into your application based on Quarkus and LangChain4j, and then it avoids some like a security problem before you deploy application production. And the one last thing is you can see that if I go to, for example, AI dashboard again, and then reload, and then you can see that it's from like a penny dollar and a little bit increase, but still pretty efficient using quick, cheap model to develop agentic AI. So with that, I just created a new agentic AI application using IBM Bob. And then even if I don't have any relevant Quarkus experience, but I still good experience with the Java because I can still review the generated code from IBM Bob, and that's why I confirm and everything was great. And then still I can confirm and then verify this application in my local machine, real code without any recompile, restart, some kind of iterative process. Okay, that's it, the demo. Let me summarize the other stuff as well. In the meantime, let me take a look at some chat. There are any kind of question about the Quarkus stuff? So there are one question. Quarkus is a framework to declare tools for AI to use in LangChain4j. And the LangChain4j is a framework to call AI API. Is that right? Yeah, that is correct. So Quarkus is a Java framework, and LangChain4j is some kind of Java library and tool allow your Java application to call AI model, but also implement some AI capability like a prompt engineering and RAG and the memory management, something like that. You can use Quarkus and LangChain4j separately, or you can use Quarkus and LangChain4j as a part of Quarkus library, like a Quarkus extension, which allow you to have less code and then quicker, easier testing and so on. All right, the last takeaway, we are running out of time. So there are three things. As a Quarkus is a great and modern Java framework to build enterprise AI application like a Gen AI or agentic AI, or whatever you prefer. And LangChain4j is to bring your like AI design pattern into your Java application. So the Quarkus already integrate LangChain4j into Quarkus extension, which accelerated developer experience in the end. And IBM Bob is one of the great like a combinations that accelerated your teamwork and develop experience, and then not only generate new Java code, but also verify that Java code, and then secure and then make a better experience, but also higher performance application in the end. So you can put it all together and start your new AI adoption journey, and it will make it faster and safer in the end. You can find some of the like the demo code in my Gilly poll, Daniel030. You can Google me, Daniel O, and then find me, reach out to me if you have any question after this session, and happy to answer any kind of session as well. I think that's it, and hope you enjoyed the demo and session today, and hopefully you will enjoy less of the conference and then other session today as well. Thank you so much.